Hey everyone, welcome to another gameplay tutorial. For today, I'm going to be playing jungle Kindred, teach you the tips and tricks, do's and don'ts, and advantages, disadvantages of this champion. Always switch to your control ward, ward the opposite side on where you wanna start, and then immediately recall and switch back to your sweeping lens. That way, you could prevent any kinds of invade or react appropriately. Okay, going to the champion, first things first, when you're playing any carry jungler like Kindred, you always wanna focus on farm. Because Kindred spikes at 2 items but will be able to carry at 3 items. So that's what you want to do. And for the clear, I want to start at the red because this is the fastest pathing towards the scuttle since we want to contest the first mark, which will always spawn at the river. And another thing here is that you could mark the enemy jungler. For example, I marked Riven to see where they started. So I see Riven, she started at the red side, so that means she is gonna path towards the bottom scuttle and there's not gonna be any possible contest. So I don't have to worry about any kind of contestion on the top scut. Okay, the reason why I went for the red start, and this is becoming one of my favorite pathings right now because red, Raptor, Wolf, Blue, Scott is the best pathing if you wanna contest the Scuttle early. And since Kindred needs his marks, and her 1v1 is not that bad because you have kite potential, you would always want to try to contest the mark. The only time you give the mark is if you have 0 mid and top prio. But if you look at our lanes, we should have perma mid prio with Pantheon. Bot lane, not the best prio. So it's gonna be close, but since we see the Riven at the bot side, we're guaranteed to get this mark. So luckily, we won the 50-50. It's one top side, so no problem. And then another thing here is that you want to mark the lane that you want to gank. So here, I saw the Senna overextended, half HP. Perfect timing after getting the mark. You force the flash. You could go for the chase. 3 hits. The lower the HP, the more damage on my third. Nice polymorph. And this is a perfect gank and perfect start. So this is what you want to do when you play Kindred. You only want to go for ganks that you know that are guaranteed to work. And you always want to mark the enemy champion that you want to gank so that you would be able to stack faster. So if you're wondering what the hell does marks do, every 3 marks will increase your attack range, and every mark basically increases the stats of your skills. So first skill, more attack speed, second skill, more damage, and third skill, more damage, if I'm not mistaken. So we see Riven at the bot side. Perfect timing. Okay, ulti. Diana lives. Okay, perfect. We have the Gwen mark, Pantheon's here, so we wanna try to greed a bit. We know the Zed's at the mid. Nice flash. We get the kill, and really good play from us. We're able to get the counter gank, plus get 2 more kills. Also save the Diana from dying. So you wanna use her ulti as late as possible, so you could bait the opponents into using their skills, and then this is also something that you could use at the objective. I'll teach you guys later on. So we go and mark the Riven once more. We want to know her positioning. So we see her at the top side. So this is gonna be a bit greedy. I have smite, but yeah, this is a bit greedy. I think I should have not done this because luckily Zed was too slow to contest. But if he was there, I was just guaranteed to die. So you wanna if you wanna invade for marks, you need to have priority in lane. I just got lucky there, honestly. But it's fine. It is what it is. We'll take it. We get 4 marks early. And another thing here is once you get 4 marks, the next marks are gonna spawn in the wolves, buffs, or krugs. So they won't spawn anymore in the gromp, raptors, and scuttle. So 0 to 4 is scuttle, raptor, gromp, and then 4 to 7 is on the buffs, wolves, krugs. So that's very important because that will allow you to know where the next mark will spawn. So once the mark disappears, if you see, I was going to the wolf and then the mark disappeared, it means that their jungler is there. He just cleared it. So I know that Riven's on the top side, and she probably smite and have prio. So we should be able to take the scuttle for free. Okay, then we get the scuttle. Really good. So we're able to farm properly. Number one thing you want to prevent is dying, and if there's no gankable lane, you just want to focus on your jungle farm. So you play Kindred like any other ADC since this is the ADC patch. Kindred feels a lot stronger and her build path is a lot cleaner. Not gonna lie. So as you can see, the mark just spawned at the blue buff and it immediately disappeared, which means that the Riven is still bot side. So I marked the Zed, knowing that I can try to gank mid. Might be hard, especially if it's warded, so We'll see if he goes greedy. Waiting for him to use W or something. If he doesn't, we'll just farm the blue buff. Oh, Riven's here. Has the ulti. So this is one of the weaknesses of Kindred, is that even if I have ulti, I just can't buy enough time for my early game's not that strong. I can't burst them. So Kindred is very squishy and vulnerable to face checks. So one way to prevent that from happening is that you could use the second skill at the bush, and the wolf will give you vision of if anyone is there in the bush. So I didn't expect Riven to be there because she took the blue, so she probably ran all the way to the left side. So I have my Bloodthirster. Pantheon does a good gank on the top side. So another thing that's really good if you're a carry jungle, if you have winning lanes, obviously. It's very hard to play Kindred with losing lanes because you would never be able to contest a mark. Because even though you have a winning jungle matchup, if your lanes are all losing, then you're gonna lose at the when the opponents respond to contest the mark. Since if you can see the mark, it means the opponent can also see the mark. So for example, it's at the wolf right now. And see, the mark disappeared and we see Riven just took it. And always mark the enemy jungler before the objective spawn. So that's the reason why I saw Riven there, is because I marked her. So you always wanna use this like 5 before the 6-minute mark, like 5:55. You mark the enemy jungler so you know whether they're gonna contest the objective that you want or not. So here, I'm contesting the dragon because they're taking it so slow. I would be able to reach. My team did a good job of buying time. So we're pretty strong. We could take it with a 3 hit to smite. Okay. So we have the Riven marked also. We get another one. And we just go back or we chill. Dead ults, but we have our ult to counter. So we're chilling. Nice stun by the Pantheon. And we get another kill. Perfect. So yeah, when it comes to Dragon vs Herald, even in the new patch, I think Herald's still better because even if the plates are gone, if your Herald hits the tower, you get 250 gold, which is basically a 50 gold nerf. Because before, if you Herald with plates, it gives you 300 gold. So they nerfed it by 50, so it's cheap for chilling. We get a kill here, perfect on the Zed, a Gwen. Unfortunately, I marked the Gwen, but it did not come out. So if you mark someone, you have to wait 5 seconds. But sometimes you just have to kill the person so that they don't escape. Okay, we try to look for... Yeah, the Riven just took the red buff. We'll just join the Raptors and then call it a day. And then another thing here is that inner towers. The first inner tower is very important because there's like first blood tower gold. Whoever gets the first inner tower first. So if you could use the Herald at the inner tower, that would be the best. But in this case, since we were able to take down the mid laner, mid tier 1 is also free and it gives good value as well. Okay, we go back. Really good early game. We have Magnetic Blaster and this is your first power spike. You deal so much damage. You could probably like kill the squishies in 4 to 5 hits maximum. Just be careful about the tanky people. Luckily this game there's no frontline, so this is good for Kindred. So I see the Riven, just TP'd. We want to get the mark first. Yoink. So we have Magnetics, so we're very confident. We're dealing a lot of damage. But since the Zed is there, we have to be careful. Okay. Careful for distance. And even if you get an assist, look at that. I got a mark. Look at, I got 1 mark on the Zed. So your marks also procs on assist. So you don't have to necessarily last hit the opponent. So it's same as a jungle camp. If you get an assist on a jungle cap, your ally takes it, you still get the mark, so you're chilling. So with we had mid priority. I want to take the. So we check where the Riven is. We see her try to contest. Fortunately, no smite, but it's fine. Yeah, you can play a lot more confidently with 2 items. But we're not yet at that god mode yet. Kindred's true power comes at the third. 3. Let's call this 3 item power spike. So bot lane, there's a fight. You wanna help? Let's see, damage check. Zed gets is stunned by the Pantheon. Boom, 500 crit in the face. We have Magnetic Blaster for the extra range. Look at that damage. Bam, bam, bam. If you had Vision, Senna's probably dead. So we can play very confident with with Kindred. The only thing we have to be worried about is our positioning. Because even though we deal a lot of damage, we are very vulnerable. So we want to get the first inner tower, wait for the Gwen. Wait, look at this damage. Bang, 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 bang. Burst, and then ulti. So the tower doesn't kill us, we take the tower. So we get the kill and the tower. Perfect. That's like the best case scenario. And the best thing here is that we have a Lulu. And Lulu Ardent is broken right now. Or Ardent Sensor in general with crit champions. Because the magic damage can crit now. Okay, beautiful. We get the kill, we get the mark, and we also get the tower. So win-win-win situation. And then once it's 8 marks, the next mark will spawn only at the objectives, either the dragon or the baron. So it's not gonna spawn in the enemy camps anymore. But it's fine. If you're wondering what is the minimum marks that you need to become effective with Kindred, I think it's 3. Because 3 gives you your first attack range upgrade. And once you have it, your range would not be as bad as compared to before. But of course, if you can get more, even better. Like 6 is 3 is like boundary. But 6 is I think the sweet spot generally. So it's basically multiples of 3. If you get 9, then you're really in a great spot. So something like that. Okay, Mountain Dragon's up. See, the mark spawned at the dragon. My Diana dies, so we wanna try to respond. Pantheon's 1v9ing for some reason, so we go in try to help. We get snared by the Senna, and we make a big mistake here. We decide to jump in to our death. So yeah, as I said, one of Kindred's weaknesses is that he's so squishy. And of course, at the end of the day, even though you're a jungler, your playstyle should be like a marksman or ADC. So never jump in unless you know that you're guaranteed to win the fight. And the next item I'm gonna get is either Stasis or Gale Force. Usually I'd go Stasis here, especially if there's a Zed. But since we're Giga strong, I'm still going for the Gale Force. I'm just gonna burst the Zed if he tries to burst me. Or, worst case, I just switch it or use ulti to counter the Zed ult. Okay, we waste the worst thing here is that at least we got the mark on the Raven, but we weren't able to get a dragon, and there was also a mark there. So the next mark is gonna spawn at the Baron, and now what I'm gonna do is clear top side and path towards the bot side. So that way we get a clean clear. We could also get level 13. We could also get Gale Force, and then we could respond at the bot side appropriately. Because if I just went on the bot side first and then path towards top, my pathing will be screwed. I have to double back. It's gonna take so much more time. So this way, if I clear top to bot, I don't have to run around anymore, and I can just wait for them to face check. So I wanna get mid and bot prio first. Let them push the wave. Then we can go start our lens. We see Riven, perfect timing. Bam, third skill for the slow. Okay. I think I made a mistake here. I did not expect their entire team to be there. So I have ulti to buy time. But even though we die, look what's happening. My Diana is able to play the game for free. And this is another good thing about Kindred. If you have so much threat, while the enemy team is trying to wait for you to die, your team is dealing so much damage. And by the time you die, the entire enemy team is also low HP. So even though I died, this is giga worth. We get an ace, we get the Baron, and we are in prime position to end the game. So next item I'm gonna get is Essence Reaver. This has the old Charge Blade passive. It also has the ASMR Charge Blade procs now. Before it got removed, but now they added it back. So yeah, never queue in. I did it twice and I died twice. So now hopefully you guys don't copy what I do. Okay, we have 9 marks, another power spike, additional range. We are giga happy right now with our marks. We marked the jungler again because the biggest. Like I marked the Raven because she has the highest chance of being dead because she has to go in. Okay, look at this damage on Senna. Bam, nice arrow. Clap, 3 hits. So you just 3 hit every squishy target once you have 3 items. Especially, look at my range with the 9 stacks. Like Tristana, look at this. Varus, bam. Oh my god. Wreck. We're just 3 hitting everyone. And then we have Lulu also. Bam. Okay, Riven. Okay, Riven's not 3 hits, but we're still dealing a billion damage. Zed's 3 hits. And this BT is so good. BT is so broken, I swear to god. The most broken item in the game right now. Gives you armor, MR, 8 shield, damage, lifesteal, attack speed, attack damage, and with that we just end the game. So if you could get BT with every champion, you get the BT. 11, 3, and 10. We just inted their 3 deaths, not gonna lie. But good job on my team also, because you really need strong winning lanes to make Kindred work. Because worst case scenario to pick Kindred is when you have no front line and no winning lane. Look at that damage. 1.3k sudden impact. You could go overgrowth if you're scared, but I really like sudden impact. I think it gives big value. And that's it for our Kindred tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you want more jungle tutorials and comment down below on what champion you want me to cover next. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Ciao, ciao. Bye.